Welcome to the first official positive predictions for 2026. This is part one. I've actually got 4 of these already made. They were already posted on my TikTok. Actually, you can see the watermark bouncing around here. So if you really want to see part 2 or 3 or 4, you can find my TikTok. But we're going to post them here because we haven't posted them here. And a lot of people asking for positive predictions because the dark ones, yeah, they're dark. And sometimes we need both, okay? Because I do both, yeah. Let's get into it, guys. Starting with new AI restrictions slow the advancement. A lot of people will find that a positive prediction. And in fact, this has already started to happen as of a couple days ago. Again, if you want proof that I made this prediction back in 2025, you can go and look at my TikTok. It's already been posted back in December 2025. So I know I'm posting it now, January 13th or something. But this is a couple weeks old, okay? And I also will be posting a lot more of these very soon, as well as maybe even monthly. So make sure to click those buttons. Actually, on YouTube, the buttons are down there. So click those buttons down there. Real profitable autonomous trading bots. This is something that is kind of out now, but I feel like it's going to get better and better. But we'll talk more about that in the future. Here's a good one. You guys are going to be happy about this because a new discovery I'm predicting will be prolonging human life for 30 plus years. And guys, as positive as this is, it's also negative because every time human life gets extended, guess what also gets extended? That's right, retirement age. Meaning you're going to have to work longer. So it's positive. I guess if you run your own business or you're self-employed or something, but it's kind of negative if you got a normal job because they're going to make you work longer. You know. Well, what are you going to do about it? Come on, let's go. Major leaps forward in new material sciences. This is huge. This is something that a lot of people don't have any idea that, like, what's going to be possible when they start using AI and the technology that we have to create new materials. These materials will bring down the cost of housing, the cost of products, make stronger, vehicles, maybe aerial vehicles as well, which is going to be a big thing. I don't even think I'm talking about that in some of these predictions, but drone taxis and drone vehicles, flying vehicles, will be a thing. Like, we've always been waiting for it. We thought it would be in the year 2000. Well, they're here, guys. They're here. There are 3 or 4 companies that have all the permissions. I know I'm talking on a tangent here because we're not even talking about this, but just had to drop that in there because I would keep my eyes on those if you want to invest. This is not investment advice or financial advice, but if you wanted to invest, I would keep my eyes on those is what I'll say, right? That's a positive prediction. Wait, here we go. Drone taxis become available in many cities. And guys, again, it's not just drone taxis. I got fixated on this, but I realized that it's not just going to be drones. People will be able to have these. People will start transitioning away from cars into flying cars, which will be basically drone cars, if that makes any sense. They're the most stable, and it's going to be huge. So another reason why you should be watching those other companies I just mentioned, because this is going to be huge. This is basically like getting involved in Tesla before Tesla did its thing. This is the next big thing. This is positive. I'm giving you guys a heads up. If you're paying attention, if your eyes and ears are open, I just gave you one of the most valuable tips you could ever have in human history. Like, it's like investing in the telephone the same year it came out. And you imagine having that stock 50 years later. Okay? I won't bang on about that too much, but it's for those with eyes and ears, you're welcome. A new app changes the internet forever, and this is really good because this is very needed. The apps are becoming stale and old and flat and 2D. We need some 3D, 4D, dare I say 5D? No, let's not say 5D, because that's some more hooey-fooey nonsense that I don't want to get involved with. I know, I'm off on tangents here. I'm sorry, I apologize. But this, guys, if you're out there and you're trying to make an app right now, that's revolutionary, please continue, because the internet needs this. We need some refreshing new apps that are going to change the landscape. Ideally, an app that does not censor and remove people, maybe shares more of the profits with the creators. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, I hope you agree. Emerging technologies stock rise, and this is something we were just talking about, but there's going to be a lot of them. Again, keep your eyes on the new materials coming out. You know, things like graphene, the drones, the taxis, the autonomous aerial vehicles. There's a lot of huge potential for those paying attention. So I know the world is dark. There's lots of dark predictions going on. There's lots of dark energy going on. But at the same time, as dark as the energies go, there's also, on the opposite side of the spectrum, a lot of positive energy, a lot of positive predictions, because things flow together. You know, as negative as things can be, they can also be just as positive, if that makes any sense. So don't focus on just the negative. There's plenty of very positive stuff. This is some of it. There will be a part 2, part 3, part 4, plus American, Canada, UK, you name it. They're all coming out. Stay tuned, click those buttons. Thank you so much for supporting my page. Also, my biggest prediction ever. The second this channel gets to 80,000, I already promised you guys we're getting very close. Another reason to click those buttons, bookmark, follow, see if I'm right, and we will come back next year and see how many of these came true, as well as the other parts. Have a nice day.